The National Federation of the Blind knows that blindness is not the characteristic that defines you or your future. Every day we raise the expectations of blind people because low expectations create obstacles between blind people and our dreams. You can live the life you want. Blindness is not what holds you back.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Cook, and I am president of the Computer Science and Technology Division with the National Federation of the Blind of South Carolina. And I would like to thank everyone for being here on a Saturday morning. It's 11 a.m. East Coast time, and we will get started and go over a few house rules, please. If you would, please remain muted throughout the presentation. Our presenters today will take questions at the end of their presentation, and at that time, we will ask you to raise your hand, and once I call on you, then you can ask your question. And if you're on a Windows computer using Zoom, that is Alt-Y to raise and lower your hand. If you are calling in today on the phone, to raise your hand is *9. And if you are on a Mac, to raise your hand, please forgive me if I say this wrong. I think it is Command Y to raise and lower your hand. And then on the iPhone Zoom app, if you go under the More tab, unless they've changed it, you can find raise your hand under that feature. But today we have with us Marcy and Brian from Computers for the Blind, and I'm sure we've all seen emails and posts from them or shared posts on Facebook or other social media about Computers for the Blind. This is a great organization, and they're going to tell us all about it and how we can go about getting our a computer from them and what all is offered on the computer. So I will let each of them tell more about themselves, and we will go from there. And again, I'd like to welcome Marcy and Brian from Computers for the Blind.
It's awesome to be here today, and we're glad to see so many people show up to hear about our program. My name is Brian Carver. I work for Computers for the Blind for about 2.5 years. Prior to that, I worked for Freedom Scientific for 22 years as the director of tech support. And when I retired, I came over here because I totally approve of the mission of Computers for the Blind. And my colleague Marcy is with me. Marcy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having us today. My name is Marcy. What I currently do is work in customer service for Computers for the Blind. I also have the privilege of working as the co-instructor for the JAWS for Beginners training courses that we offer. I have had a lot of technology experience. I've worked for the Iowa Department for the Blind. I've worked for a Freedom Scientific distributor in Texas, selling technology all across the state, developed workshops for teachers of the visually impaired, helping them learn JAWS and Zoom text magic way back then to their students so they could teach it to their students. I am a good communicator, written, verbal, and I absolutely enjoy baking cakes of all different shapes. I have cake molds that are in the shapes of hearts, of bells, of castles, and I enjoy wrapping them in saran wrap so that my blind friends can appreciate their shapes.
And I'm still waiting for mine, by the way. So in a nutshell, Computers for the Blind, we are a nonprofit organization based in Richardson, Texas. And we've been in business about 28, 29 years, something like that. We've been doing this a long time. We have all of our computers donated to us. We then refurbish those computers and sell them at a steeply discounted price. Our laptops start at $200, and our Desktop start at $145. And of course, there are some upgrades and accessories in addition to those base prices that you can get. For example, you can upgrade your hard drive on both the laptop and desktop. You can upgrade the RAM on the laptop. All of our computers come with a 256 gigabyte hard drive and 8 gigabytes of RAM. And that's our base configuration. We do have upgrades to 500 gigabyte hard drive and 1 terabyte hard drive, obviously for different prices. We will be sharing a price list with all of you at the end of the conference here. We will send it to Steve, and he'll make sure to get it out to everybody. The process that we have, Marcy will talk about a little bit more in terms of if you want to get one of our computers, what you can do from there. Go ahead, Marcy.
So I've kind of divided it into an Asian type thing. So the first thing we need from you, if you want to purchase a computer from us, is an application. We in customer service are happy to help you complete that application, or it's available online. The next thing we ask for is documentation. Because of our organization being an organization that serves persons who are blind or with low vision, we need documentation showing us that you are indeed blind or have low vision. Then, as Brian was saying, we do have some discounts available on our laptops currently. We have $150 off that laptop price. So that $200 laptop would cost $50 if you receive Social Security of any type, if you are a veteran, the spouse of a veteran, or a student anywhere. If you're a student for a blindness center, if you're a student at a university, a high school student, because we don't think that there's a minimum age for people to get computers. The younger you are when you get started with them, the better you're going to be, the better off you're going to be. So that's the documentation process. We need the document showing us that you're blind. And then if you meet one of those grant qualifiers, if you're purchasing a laptop, for the desktops, there's currently no discount. Then we ask for compensation. We ask for your payment once we've agreed on the price that you're going to pay us for the computer. And then we transport the computer. We use free matter for the blind as postage, so we don't charge customers for shipping. And then we get the computer to you. So it's application, documentation, payment, and then we ship the computer.
And as Marcy said, we do have a special on our laptops at this point, and it's been wildly successful. We've had tons and tons of new people reach out to us interested in obtaining our computers. All of our computers are built by our volunteers. We have volunteers that come into our center in Richardson, Texas, and they build the computers. And we, all of the computers that we get, as I said, are donated. We replace all of the hard drives with solid state hard drives, which makes our computers faster, quieter, and they run cooler. That's especially important when it comes to a laptop. And the RAM, as I said, can be upgraded on the laptop, not the desktop. But our desktops come with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is sufficient for the majority of people's needs. Most people who get our computers are doing internet, they're doing email, maybe filling out applications online, doing school online. We do recommend for people who are going to be using Zoom Text and JAWS together to think about a laptop with 16 gigabytes of RAM, just because the more RAM you have in that scenario, the better functionality you get from the computer. And we do also offer technical support as well as a 1-year repair replace warranty with our computers. When you buy our computer and receive it, if you have any technical issues, you can contact our technical support team by telephone, and they will help you over the phone if they can, which they can do 75% of the time. But in those cases where they can't fix it over the phone, we will send you a label, which you can ship the computer back to us at no charge. We will take a look at it and repair it if we can. If we can't, we will replace it, and that's for a full year. So we not only provide you with an affordable computer, but we guarantee it for a year. So it's quite an awesome plan that we have. And if Marcy, if you would like to tell them a little bit about the training for JAWS that they can get with our computers, as well as some possible training for Zoom text.
So as Brian was saying, it's quite an awesome plan that you're getting, because if this is your first purchase of a computer from us, we've partnered with Freedom Scientific to provide you either a JAWS license for a year, a Zoom text license for a year, or both licenses if you need them. That's where he was recommending the upgrade to the 16 gigabytes of RAM, because JAWS and Zoom text would run much more smoothly if you had more RAM on the computer. About training, we want our computers to be used by people who buy them. So we developed a JAWS for Beginners course, which is made up of 6 modules that are offered over 6 weeks over Zoom. We put together about 10 students who are interested in taking these courses, teach them a little bit about JAWS, a little bit about Windows, how to surf the web, how to do some copying, cutting, and pasting, and how to get email using Windows Mail. Currently, our computers come with Windows 10 Professional. We know that Microsoft is going to support that only until October of 25. So we have up to next year, or the third quarter of this year, to get licensed for doing Windows 11. But currently, Microsoft has us on Windows 10 Professional. We also provide a copy of Microsoft Office Home and Student 2019, which gives a copy of Word, a copy of Excel, a copy of OneNote, a copy of PowerPoint. No Outlook, however. If you need Outlook, you would have to uninstall ours and install a version of Office 365. We have the Adobe Reader. We put the Mozilla Firefox web browser on our computers. Also a lot of the Freedom Scientific training bundle for people interested in learning to use JAWS independently. So just a lot of really nice things that you get with our computer. And we welcome people to come and take our introductory course if they're not familiar with JAWS at all.
And so I think we've covered pretty much everything. If you'd like to open it up for questions, we'll be more than happy to answer any and all questions that y'all have concerning our program.
All right. If you would, just please raise your hand and I'll call on you if you have a question. Okay, we have a hand raised. Phone number with area code 318. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry, area code 310.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Diane Mayfield. Hi, Brian. I spoke to you yesterday.
Yes. I
have a quick question.
Sure.
Do you have anything on Zoom text? I know the JAWS was mentioned, but I didn't hear anything about training for Zoom text.
Yeah, so we do have a partnership with World Services for the Blind in Arkansas. They're students who go through their program to become assistive technology trainers. Part of their curriculum is to do, some internship, some training. And so they do have to they will offer up to 25 hours of training, but there is quite a long waiting list. We would recommend also you can look to your local organizations for ZoomText training, such as lighthouses, services for the blind. There are other organizations out there that provide ZoomText training.
Freedom Scientific themselves, as a matter of fact, has a lot on YouTube.
Yep.
If you look up Freedom Scientific, freedomscientific.com/training, they have some ZoomText training as well.
Yep.
But yes, our partnership with World Services is really good because their students are learning to be access technology instructors, like Brian was saying, and they would give our customers 25 hours of one-on-one training. And if ZoomText is something they need, ZoomText is something they can learn.
Yeah.
And then one other question, for the laptop computers, are they required to have Wi-Fi connection?
So yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
No, so I'm just trying to clarify what you mean. You mean to connect to the internet?
No, like for the desktop, I have an option for running a desktop Wi-Fi, or what is that? Would you plug it
with an Ethernet?
Does the laptop have that same option?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
The only difference I will say between the laptop and desktop is that our laptops come with Wi-Fi automatically included. If you want Wi-Fi on the desktop, you will have to, there is a $15 charge for Wi-Fi on the desktop. And if you don't have an Ethernet cable for either a laptop or desktop, we do sell an Ethernet cable as well.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Abby Taylor, go ahead, please.
Hi. Do your laptops come with a numeric keypad and or a rechargeable battery?
The laptop?
Yes.
Yeah, it obviously has, a rechargeable battery.
Okay.
We don't warrant the battery. So, when you get the computer, it will have a battery. You'll be able to charge it, use it off of AC power. But, that battery could last 6 months. It could last a year. It could last 3 years. Just depends on, the battery. But replacement batteries are not that expensive. We don't sell them ourselves. But you can buy them elsewhere. I think somebody told me the other day they bought a laptop battery for $35 on Amazon. So they're not that expensive. And so you can put it.
And then what about the numeric keypad?
No.
They have those or they don't? Okay.
Yeah, currently all of our laptops are 14-inch. And so they don't have the numeric keypad. You can plug an external keyboard into the laptop.
Right.
I prefer to use a full-size keyboard. Yeah.
All right. And then how long is this discount on the laptops? Is it just for a limited time?
Yeah, while supplies last.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. While supplies last. That's exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah. So part of how we make our computers affordable for folks is, as I said, we have volunteers who build them. Obviously, that saves a lot of money. The computers being donated to us saves a lot of money. But what was I telling?
The volunteers, the volunteers that we use.
Yeah. So
put the computers together.
Yep. So so there's several different ways. The other thing I was going to say is that we get grants. We apply for grants, where organizations will grant us money, and then we can apply that money towards people's purchases when they buy our computers. And whatever the amount that grant is for, and however much we provide each person. So, for example, this one is, with the laptop is $150 off of our laptop. And, let's just say we got $1,500, that would be 10 people that we could sell laptops to and save them $150. But so I can tell you that we've been doing this for 3 months now, Marcy, I think. And we're probably halfway through the grant, so maybe a month, 2 months. I don't know. What do you think, Marcy?
It depends on, like you said, it depends on while supplies last, because we're taking a lot of them. We're taking a lot of them to the major conventions this year, hoping that people will walk away with their $50 laptops. So meet me in Houston, for anybody who's going to Houston. And we'll have representatives at the other convention also in Illinois.
Okay. All right.
And they'll have the computers with them. But going back to the battery status, I had a student that I was teaching in high school, and I purchased a computer for her from us for her graduation. And immediately what I did was, as soon as I found out what model we were shipping, I checked into that model with Amazon and bought her a long-lasting battery for that computer.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions. I appreciate it.
Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Abby. Ron, you're next.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ron Hilliard, and I do have two quick questions. First thing I want to say, I commend you guys on what you're doing. I think it's wonderful. I've heard about you guys before, but haven't really dug deep into the information and just to see what you guys are all about. But my first question is, when it comes to, I would say, possibly the laptop. Now, as far as programs and stuff on it, can you upgrade it and put like your own programs, like strip them down, or is it just like proprietary stuff?
No, so it's a regular laptop or desktop. We install Windows 10 Professional, and we also install Microsoft Office Student Home Edition, which includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. It does not include Outlook. If you wish to have Outlook, you can purchase that yourself. Once you have your computer, if there's software you want or need on there, it's your computer. You can download and install, whatever, software you need.
Software. Okay.
Yeah. So, I hope did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. And then my second question, as far as the desktop, so, well, I'm pretty sure it's a proprietary system. So like if the motherboard went out, so you got to go down to some store to buy, that, particular component that's not going to help you work. But as far as scalability, can you add like up to 32 gigs of RAM in a desktop?
No. So any physical changes you make to the computer during your during the first year voids your warranty. We warrant our computers for 1 year. During that year, if there's anything that happens to the computer, you can call us and we can fix it over the phone 75% of the time. If we can't fix it, we'll send you a label to ship it back to us, and we'll repair it if it can be repaired. If it can't, we'll just replace it with another computer. As far as scalability, all of the computers that are donated to us are donated. So it's not like we choose this many with this number of, with this speed processor and that kind of thing. It's just whatever these organizations or individuals donate to us. So, most of our computers are, I think we're shipping mostly i5 now. Yeah, most of them are i5, which is very fast. We include 8 gigs of RAM by default, which again is sufficient for the majority of people. If you do need more RAM, you can do that on our laptops. You can upgrade that to 16 gigabytes of RAM. But that's pretty much it. And like I said, if you don't care about the warranty, do whatever you want.
Right. But no, I really thank you guys for. And how long have Computers for the Blind been around for? I was just curious.
Been in 1995.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We're a well-kept secret. I don't think a lot of people do.
I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known about you guys in the 90s. There was a store real quick called PC Liquidators. I built my systems from there. New systems, I would get refurbished parts, and I had fun. Now I'm trying to, I kind of dipped into the gaming world. But anyway, enough about that. That stuff is expensive. But I really appreciate what you guys are doing. And I'm going to nationals, so I'm thinking about one of those laptops because that's a perfect segue. I don't need like i7s and i9s. I've been there, and it's not needed. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ron. Lester, you're next. Go ahead, sir.
All done. Audio now unmuted.
Good morning. My name's Les from Georgia. This is the fourth computer I bought from Computers for the Blind.
Hand now lowered.
The computers didn't break down. The system outgrew the computers, so I had to upgrade every time. So I love them. I have no problem with them. They've helped me a couple times. My last computer, I couldn't get a headset to work in it, and you guys took it back, looked at it, and you said that it was the headset that was defective.
Mm-hmm.
But actually,
Randy back has
the headset wasn't defective. It was outdated. It wasn't one of the new ones. They told me, "Oh, it's brand new. We got it out of the warehouse."
iPhone has joined.
I found out that a lot of times these headsets are sitting in the warehouse for 2 or 3 years, and they're outdated with the systems that are coming up. So I bought a new headset, and everything is working perfect. I love it. I've never had a problem with it. I plug it in, I put my Outlook in, and voila, I'm on the road. So you guys made me happy. 2011.
Well, thank you for your testimonial. That's awesome.
Now they're good pieces of equipment. I've never had a problem with them. The only thing is, I got 8 gigs in it, and when my warranty is over, I'm going to boost it up to 16. Because
Sushil Oswald, University of Washington.
you need that little extra boost in there because with the new systems and everything else.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a laptop, but my fingers are no good for a laptop.
Well, with the laptop, you can always plug in a USB or a keyboard or use a wireless keyboard. So you can use a full-size keyboard with a laptop. You just have to plug it in the USB port or have wireless.
Yeah, that I know, but I like my desktop. That's all.
Well, there you go.
Thank you for being out there for us.
Absolutely.
Les mentioned that he'd purchased 4 computers from us. You guys can do the same. We just ask that you wait a calendar year between your purchases, so that we can have the opportunity to serve other customers. But yeah, we have a lot of repeat customers that come back and purchase computers after a year.
Because I started in 2011, so 4 years, I waited
years.
Because I just my first computer I got from you was Windows 7, and they forced me to retire it because they don't do Windows Live anymore. So that's why I upgraded. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The only other thing I was going to say is if you purchase a computer from us, the first purchase gets you the free copy of the Access technology of choice. Afterward, it's up to you to keep that Access technology current. We've been offering the JAWS annual and Zoom Text home annual licenses. So that's what we put on the computers. So we ask that you keep those current, and then you can activate them on 3 different computers.
Yes, I appreciate that. That's taken care of.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. Dan, you're next.
Okay, I have 2 questions. First of all, does the laptop come with JAWS already installed and configured? And then my second question is, in my opinion, I think free matter shipping is very risky. Can the customer work out a deal with you so the customer can pay for regular shipping?
So with JAWS or ZoomText, if it's your first purchase, as Marcy said, we will include either JAWS or ZoomText, whichever you need. It will be a 1-year home license.
Yeah, but is it already installed on the computer when the person gets it?
Yes, sir. That's what I was going to say. Is that if it's your first purchase, they will come with that installed. It will not be configured because we don't know what your needs are. You'll need to adjust the speed and the amount of punctuation that's spoken, and whatever kinds of things you need to do from your end. But yes, it will be installed and activated.
And as far as shipping, we need to get with our people, because I've had several requests for that to happen, that they don't want the free matter. But currently we're working with the post office and they pick up our packages in bulk. And so if we did it for one customer, we'd have to do it for everybody. And so we're shipping via the post office. But I totally understand your concerns.
Yeah.
I know that free matter is not always as
well. And remember that our goal here, our whole goal, is to keep these computers as affordable as possible. The majority of people who buy our computers are on fixed incomes, whether it be Social Security or whatnot. And, so we chose to go with free matter for the blind. We currently, as Marcy said, do not offer alternative methods. So if you called us and said, we want to ship at UPS or FedEx, we currently don't have that available. But we also self-insure our computers. So in other words, if we ship you a computer and it doesn't make it there, after we have given it, 4 to 6 weeks, and you still don't have it, if you file a lost package claim with the post office and then provide us with that documentation, we'll just replace your computer. So, while there is some risk, we have found that that's the best way for us to move forward. But, as Marcy said, we brought it up to management a couple of times that people would like, if they can afford it, an alternative method of shipping. But we currently don't offer that. But we do insure it by replacing it if it gets lost.
Oh, okay, so you insure the computer is going to be you pay for insurance on the computer, right?
No. As I said, we self-insure. In other words, if we ship you a computer and that computer never makes it to you, we will have you file a lost package claim with the post office, send that to us, and we'll replace the computer. So that's what I mean by self-insure. You're not going to be out the computer because it got lost. We will replace it.
Okay, but I'm concerned about, because I worked with I used the service that you provided way back in the 1990s, and I got a computer that was damaged, and Computers for the Blind would not replace it.
Again, a lot of stuff has changed since the 90s. I don't know back then if we self-insured or we just said it's your luck. If we ship it and you don't get it, you don't get it. I can't imagine.
No, I got it, but it was damaged.
Right. But
damn, back in the 1990s.
What was that?
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like I said, if you buy one of our computers, if it doesn't make it to you, we'll replace it. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Debbie, you're next. Go ahead. Debbie Brown, you're next, ma'am.
Okay. Now, am I There we are. Unmuted. Okay. I am want to ask about like the documentation that's required because I mean there are some people that I know could use this service, but they haven't been to an eye doctor in years. But they are. I mean, I am president of the chapter of the National Federation of Blind. I know they're blind. So what kind of documentation do they need?
A letter from you would be perfectly acceptable.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you. Scott Edwards.
All right, thanks. Hey, Marcy.
Hey, Scott.
Here you again. See, we run into each other occasionally in various places and circles. Anyway, my question is, are any of the computers you offer now able to be upgraded to Windows 11? What's the support stops for it?
So right now, our licenses are for 10. We know that the time is coming when, 10 is not going to be supported. But as of right now, changing the operating system would break the warranty.
Oh, I see. But I mean, but the warranty is for a year.
Right.
So then after that, if it's able to be, I mean, do you know if they can be upgraded to Windows 11 at all?
So that's the best way I can answer that question. If you upgrade the operating system, if you change the operating system, you're going to break that 1 year warranty that you do right now. I would wait until we were licensed for Windows 11 if you actually wanted Windows 11 from us. Because when customers call me and say, I want Windows 11, then I recommend that they get what they want from another place, not us. And then just purchase the software from Freedom or one of their distributors.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Next is a phone number ending in 2533.
Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
Hi. I have bought a laptop before from Computers for the Blind, and I've never had a problem. Marcy's helped me before, though, with a couple of little things I'm trying to figure out. And the laptops are heavy duty. I mean, it's been great. But I have a question about desktops. How are the desktops? I mean, are they not that the monitor matters to me, I'm totally blind. But as far as the RAM, it just comes with 8?
That's correct.
Yes, the laptops and desktops both come with 8. On the laptop, however, you can upgrade that to 16. On the desktop.
Right, I did do that. Yeah. And you can't with the desktop.
Right.
It actually is a desktop more than what I do the laptop. Yeah. So what all comes on the desktop?
The same things that come on the laptop. The same software comes on both configurations. So the Windows 10 Pro, the Office 2019, the FS Training Bundle.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, and then what about the price? They're the same price or they're a little different?
So the desktops start at $145. That's the regular desktop configuration. If you want the wireless, it's $15, so it would be $160. And if you want the Ethernet cable, it's $5, so it would be $150. But there's no discount on the desktops currently.
So that's all right. I gotta get what I gotta get. Okay, and that's all you have for information as far as desktop.
Well, if you want more hard drive, of course, if you want a larger monitor, which I know you said that the monitor didn't matter to you, but if you want more hard drive, yeah, we can take it up to a terabyte of hard drive space if you want that. We also have the larger monitors, a typing program, a headset. We have a webcam. We have those type of accessories available.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure. And I've sent all the information. I've sent all the information to Steve. So if you receive that information, please distribute it or share it with everybody.
Oh, great. And then you guys are going to be at National Convention as well?
We are.
Yeah, so you are you going to be there, Miss Marcy?
I am.
Yeah, I get to meet you in person. Where's that, Mr. Brian?
No, I won't be attending that one.
Oh, all right.
But Marcy's right there in
Look forward to
Texas.
meeting you.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting
Okay.
you as well.
Right. All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Dana, you are next. Go ahead, please.
The people say us.
I have a question.
All right. Go ahead, please.
This is Melinda Ham from Clarendon County, Chapter, South Carolina. I would like to know, I bought a computer for the blind, but it does not have text on the pull on it to read the mail. I would like to know, how do I get that? Because I had it on all of my old computers. All of them had it. And I need it on this one. So how do I go about getting it?
Do you have, Melinda, a current copy of JAWS available on your computer?
Yes.
Okay, so the current copies of JAWS allow you now to, if you have a scanner or the Pearl camera from Freedom Scientific, allow you to turn the printed page into spoken text.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll try that.
All right.
Thank
you, Melinda.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Dana Ard. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. If not, I apologize.
They all know. That's what we know about the
Hey, yeah.
Okay, Lester, go ahead. I see you have your hand up. We'll come back to the thing. No.
I would like to say about the shipping. I was amazed when I got my computer how well it is packed. And if it's damaged, then either a truck ran it over or they purposely damaged it, because the computers, the monitor, the keyboard, everything. I've never seen something packed so tight as what you guys pack it. I was surprised. And I know the mail people, when they see free matter for the blind, because I have a friend that used to work for the post office, and they would say, oh, throw it in the truck, it'll be all right. But you guys pack it with bubble wrap and everything else. And like I said, the only way it's going to get damaged is somebody purposely damages it. Now, I don't know what happened in the 1990s and so forth, but right now, it was unbelievable the way it was packed. I was surprised. You guys do a great job in packing it.
And thank you for that. The other part of it is to remember back in the 90s is when this whole thing was started in somebody's garage. So, you know, we've gotten a little more professional and handle things a little bit better. And like you said, the packing, they try to pack. You know, the last thing we want to do is keep replacing people's computers. So we're going to pack it as well as we can so that it gets to people as safely as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, phone number ending in 1133.
Five, 0, 5, 3, 4, 5, 1.
I apologize, 1173.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Brian, I remember you from Freedom Scientific. This is Alonzo Hall. My question is, when the computer comes to your home, are they labeled so that you'll be able? I mean, in other words, are they fully assembled, or do you have to put them together?
So a laptop obviously is all self-contained, right? The keyboard, the mouse, the screen, everything, speakers, everything is built into the unit.
Right.
On the desktops, we do have the ability to put the I don't want to call them bump dots, but we will put shapes. Like for example, we might put a triangle on the power cable and then a triangle on the computer where the power cable plugs in, so that you can match those shapes to be able to put it together. So yeah, the desktop will not be put together. You will have to assemble it. But again, we will, if you ask us to put the indicators on there, we will. And when you get the computer, you should have no problem plugging it in. But if you do have any issues, you can also call our technical support, and they can, kind of help walk you through some of that.
So do y'all also offer NVDA?
We do not. We went away from NVDA and started a partnership with Freedom Scientific, so we now include JAWS. But obviously NVDA is free. Once you have your computer, you can go download it and install it.
Okay, so you mentioned a minute ago, and I'm gonna be brief, but you mentioned a minute ago about the laptop not having the numeric keyboard.
Yeah,
keypad. Is that just a standard keyboard?
Yeah, it's just a standard laptop keyboard with no additional number pad, at the bottom or off to the side. Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all keep up the good work now.
Okay, brother. Well, thank you for
you.
stopping by.
Okay, we have our next hand raised is listed as iPhone Thomas. Go ahead.
Like what the phone app, what that was it. They on the iPhone not.
Thomas, go ahead. If you're talking, you're still muted.
What the hero boards up dates up both. What's up hero boards?
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Brian, and thank you, Marcy. Couple questions for you guys.
Sure.
Last year, I attended a Zoom meeting, and your name, Computers for the Blind, was brought up, caught my interest. In that Zoom meeting, it was brought to my attention that if someone had a laptop, you had a choice. You had a laptop or you could purchase the laptop. If you had a laptop, you could send it into the Computers for the Blind, and you guys would update it, and then we would pay the cost. You guys still do that?
No, we haven't done that since I've been
That's never been the case since I worked here.
Well, I was misinformed then.
That's something that people would like. I get that all the time.
Yeah,
I sent you my laptop. Can you update it? And can you install JAWS? And can you do? I was like, well, if you want JAWS, you'll have to purchase a laptop from us or purchase JAWS directly from Freedom Scientific or your state's distributor.
Well, no, I already have JAWS on my old laptop. It's JAWS at 18, so I'm a little outdated now.
Yeah.
So where are we at on JAWS right now?
2023.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And in a few months, it'll be 2024 in October.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now, if I happen to purchase a laptop and after the 1 year licensing for JAWS and Zoom Text expires, then I could go ahead and update that on my laptop, correct?
Yeah, you can renew it with Freedom Scientific once,
You know how much that might cost, you think?
It's for JAWS, it's $95 a year currently. And
wow, that went down.
And for Zoom Text, I think it's $85 a year.
Yeah, they kind of adopted kind of the subscription basis type thing, like Office 365, like a lot of your annual programs.
Mm-hmm.
So they just want you to keep it current and watch the sales at convention time, which is approaching really soon. Sometimes they put their software on sale, hoping that you'll purchase more than 1 year.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I won't be able to make it down to our wonderful national convention.
Yeah, you don't have to be a convention attendee. They usually offer the sales to everybody.
Yeah, they usually do.
Well, don't you? I thought you had to sign up to be part of the convention on Zoom. Catch that? I mean, I don't know if NFB will be sending out notifications to purchase the JAWS.
Yeah, and I don't think it's an NFB thing. I think it's a Freedom Scientific thing because both conventions are in the country, and so they offer the sales to everybody.
Right.
Okay.
So if somebody calls during that time, they are usually, at least when I was there, and since then, they have offered that same discount to people who call in during those conventions.
Right.
So if I do get a laptop from Computer for the Blind, then that information, email or phone number would be sent to the scientific group to notify me for my license update then?
So your license notifies you about updating as soon as it's about to expire. I mean,
Okay.
there's no question about that. That happens automatically.
All right.
And we do provide your email address to Freedom Scientific. So when you go to renew, that's the email address you'll use.
Good. That was my next question. Yeah. And then when someone does purchase a laptop or a desktop, you set up a username and then a password, or do we do that on our own?
We don't set up any of that. Username, password, you'll have to set any of that up
Up on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask ahead.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. And now if someone wanted to donate a laptop, we donate it to you guys, or you guys don't do that?
We recently started a donations link on our website where you tell us what you have. If it's something we can use, we will contact you and provide the label for you to ship it to us.
Thank you. That was part of last year's meeting. I also talked about that too, is donating laptops too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we used to take everything, and then we started that donation link on the webpage and had people fill out what they had. And if it's something we can use, then we'll definitely contact you and say, yes, send it to us. But a lot of our computers are now coming from corporations that are, when a business buys a computer for their employees, it's a good computer.
Oh yeah. I mean, usually most corporations buy like every 3 years to just keep update with and current technology. So they're still good. And then do you guys have a website to go to, like computersfortheblind.com?
.org.
Oh, it's computersfortheblind.org?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you answered all my questions.
Awesome. All right. Well, we've got, apologize for interrupting you, but we've got several more hands raised and we're running on the end of our hour. And I'd like to go ahead with the next individual, but give them an opportunity. I apologize. But the next number ends in 4710.
That 47874771
4710. You're next, please.
Gilbert.
Okay, Gilbert, go ahead. We'll come back to 4710.
Thank you, Mr. Cook, for bringing this to everybody's attention with computers. My question is, in the beginning, did y'all mention that since I've already purchased one a year ago, it's my warranty, well, it's exceeded the year. If I needed to get one of my kids to have one, they will be able to get one also?
If they're legally blind.
Yeah, if they're blind or have low.
If they're legally, okay, they have other disabilities, but not legally blind.
Right. They would have to be legally blind.
Okay. Well, and then the other thing I had, the only problem that I had that your IT staff was able to correct was the audio. When I went into a Zoom meeting one time, the audio for me was very low for users, but it was just a setting that had to be corrected. So your IT staff there is really on top of what they need to do. And if one person doesn't know, from my experience, they say, well, hang on, let me talk to somebody else. And so I'm glad that they all communicate with each other and help each other out for individuals like us who are using these computers for we can do our daily activities. But thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
One more opportunity for phone number ending in 4710. And this will be our last.
Good morning.
There you are. Awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on an iPhone, and I forgot I hit my mute button on my phone, but I also hit *6.
No problem. Go ahead.
Okay. A lot of my questions have been answered through the speakers. But I am totally an Apple person. I haven't been on a computer in over 9 or 10 years. I am familiar with Zoom text. What I'm interested in most of all is the JAWS, since my vision is deteriorating. A lot of times it's just filling out forms. Apple is wonderful, but when you go online, not everything is recognized using voiceover. You know, you hit these buttons that go clunk, clunk, and and that's the button you're supposed to hit, but it doesn't intensify. So, and like I said, I've been away from a computer for about more than 9 years, using an iPad. I got used to touching the screen, and I would tell her, why is she, I'm on a computer, and I'm like, why is she not responding? I'm like, because you're on a computer, not on your iPad. I have the same issue with Alexa and Siri.
So
anyway.
So what is your actual question? Did you?
My question was, well, one, proof of legal blindness, would that a recent eye report be sufficient?
Yes.
And second question, does the computer come with a virus protection, like McAfee or whatever is in these days? I don't.
Yeah, Windows 10 comes with a built-in antivirus called Windows Defender. And so that's what's included in this package. Of course, after you get your computer, if you need some other antivirus that you feel is better or whatnot, that's totally up to you. But the computer will come with Windows Defender. And I personally, that's what I use. I've used it for years. It's very accessible, which a lot of the antivirus programs are not. But so, that's what it comes with. And Windows 10 also comes with Windows Mail. So it's a free mail application that you can use to retrieve your, and manage your emails. But if you wanted Outlook or some other email program, of course you could install that.
So strange for me. Back in 1998, 99, that's all I did was order laptops for my employees and keep records of licenses for all the software and stuff that we bought. And then today, I feel like I'm 5 years old and I'm just starting with computers.
Hell, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah. I would say order a computer and sign up for our training class. We can absolutely spend 6 weeks with you and help you with the basics of JAWS and get you going.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that would be a cost?
No cost. It comes with the computer. You just have to say that you want to sign up for the classes. The cost would be your time commitment. And the ability to make friends with 10 other people that are taking the course with you. Exchange.
And the ability to put up with Marcy for
That's right. Oh my God.
90 minutes twice a week.
Anybody. I talk to Alexa very all day.
Yeah, somebody asked me yesterday, are you a machine? I was like, hello, thank you for calling Computers for the Blind.
And I got to say, love the different shaped bump dots that you use. I recently came across them at Amazon, and I have some that feel like a little kiss, like a Hershey's kiss, and the other ones have included instead of colors, because we can identify colors before I use colors, but that doesn't work anymore for me. But the different shapes and different
yeah, we match the circle to the circle, the triangle to the triangle, the square to the square, and that's how people connect their desktops.
Yeah, I have some that it's round, but the center is indented, so it feels different than a raised bump top, a regular circular one. And then there's some that are shaped like a Hershey's kiss, so it has like a little tip on it. So yeah,
Yeah.
But thank you.
No, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I won't be attending the state convention, the national convention in New York. No, that was last year. I was there.
Okay.
Well, I would
That's
like
what
to.
was-
I was
That's
just going
one
to
was Vegas.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out and spending an hour with Brian and Marcy and myself. And if you would like more information about the National Federation of the Blind of South Carolina, just go to nfbofsc.org. And with Brian and Marcy's permission, once they've listened to this recording, it will be posted on the National Federation of the Blind of South Carolina podcast. You can go there and listen to our previous podcast. And one was just posted earlier this week about one of our members, Amy Hatton, who participated in a triathlon in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's real interesting to listen to. That one's only about 25 minutes long, and we appreciate you taking a listen and subscribing to our podcast. And again, Marcy and Brian, thank you both for taking time out of your weekend to present about Computers for the Blind. Y'all, since I first looked into the program years ago, y'all have really stepped it up, and I'm glad to hear that. It's a wonderful program, and hopefully people will take advantage of it and contact you.
Did you want us to provide our contact information?
Yes, you feel free to go ahead, and I will also send that out with the announcement as well, but go right ahead.
Go for it, Brian.
So we are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And our telephone number is 214-340-6328. Or you can email us. Our email address is service, SERVICE, at Computers for the Blind. That's all one word, and computers has an S, .org, O-R-G. And that also is our website, computersfortheblind.org, where you can find all this information that Marcy and I have shared with you. There's more information there. There's a price sheet. Steve is going to be sharing this, with you all, but, we look forward to talking to you and hopefully getting you guys computers, or if you have friends or family who are legally blind who, don't know about us, share the information. That's, we're a very, very small organization, and that's the only way we get the word out is word of mouth and these types of presentations and sharing it with people, and then they share with other people. And we've done a pretty good job over the last 3 years of doing that, and we've had quite a bit of growth in terms of the number of computers that we can provide people. So it's a very good thing.
Well, thank you both again, and this ends our broadcast, and look forward to more upcoming technology events. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Hope everybody has a safe holiday. Yep.
Thank you for everybody.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Darcy. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
You're welcome.